now go across to our correspondent Arun Sharma, who is joining us with more inputs on that. Arun, so everyone across the board, in fact, have come in support of this decision, and academicians have written also to Prime Minister Modi. It clearly seems that their apprehensions as far as losing the academic year has been addressed to and resolved by this decision.
Good morning, Nancy, first of all, and you're absolutely right on that part. Now, more than 100 academicians from various institutions and universities have written to Prime Minister Modi in favor of conducting the exams, that is JEE and NEET. Well, I had a word with many students who are appearing for NEET examinations and JEE examinations. There were primarily three concerns of these students that have been addressed by the government now. Number one was that how will social distancing measures will be in place when the exams are conducted. Number two was that primarily how the local movement will be provided to the students at a time of examination. That means how will these students reach to the examination center. Last but not the least, the third point was that the students were raising that why there is no clarity till now. So now the government is very much clear and has come out with a clarity. And NTA has issued a statement that the JEE examinations will be conducted from 1st to 6th of September, and the NEET examinations will be held on 13th of September. Second important part, the government has ensured that various social distancing measures will be there as far as examinations are concerned. The examination centers have been increased. Number of students sitting in one class or in one examination hall, that have been reduced drastically, almost by 50% in case of NEET. Now earlier there were 24 students that were supposed to sit in the class. Now only 12 students will be sitting in a class and taking the examinations. And yes, NTA, that's the National Testing Agency, has written to all the states in our country, and they've appealed to all the states to ensure that the students who are appearing for the examinations do get local movement, and the states should ensure that local movement is there for the student for appearing for the examinations. Now, interestingly, Nancy, these examinations are being held in September. That means we'll be already in unlock 4 phase when these examinations are held in the month of September. Important part is also that now these academicians, more than 100 academicians have written to Prime Minister Modi, and they've clearly mentioned one point, that there are certain sections of people and certain people they are propelling this a movement to cancel or postpone the examination because of their personal political gains or personal political mileage they want to take at this point in time. But we should know this fact that COVID is a new normal which the government, which entire society, and which the country, and which primarily entire world is adopting to now. And these exams can't be postponed because Supreme Court has also had ordered this point and clearly mentioned this point, that there is no point in postponing the examinations. At a time when there is a serious deficit as far as the doctor-patient ratio in our country, we can't have a zero academic year as far as 2020 year is concerned. We are already late by 1 semester as far as these examinations are concerned. So yes, government on one side is ensuring that a proper and conducive environment can be given to the student so that they can appear in the examinations as far as the JEE exams are concerned and the NEET exams are concerned. So on the other side, government is also ensuring that we do not compromise with the dreams, with the careers of the students, because many students, most of the students have been preparing for the JEE and NEET examinations for many years. They start preparing after 10th standard, 11th standard. There are many students who start preparing after 10th standard. So the compromise, the careers can't be compromised, and COVID is a new normal that everybody is adopting to as of now.
Absolutely. Request you, Arun, to please continue being with us. Let's listen into first this this soundbite of the Delhi University's Professor Prakash Singh, who is among the academicians who have extended support for the conduct of these examinations. He's expressed his views. Let's listen in.
देश के कोने कोने से तमाम शिक्षा शास्त्रियों ने मिलकर के प्रधानमंत्री जी को नीट और जेईई की परीक्षा के संबंध में एक पत्र लिखा है। हमारा मानना है कि यह परीक्षा अवश्य कराई जानी चाहिए, क्योंकि यह देश की प्रतिभा के साथ जुड़ा हुआ निर्णय है। मेरा यह मानना है कि सभी राज्य सरकारों को सहयोग करना चाहिए और जो भी निर्देश एनटीए के द्वारा जारी किए गए हैं उसके अनुसार परीक्षा में सहयोग करना चाहिए।
Arun, there you heard that soundbite of what the Delhi University's professor had to say, is in fact saying that this issue should not be politicized. This is about, the career of so many youth in our country and of course their talent as well. And, these examinations have already been deferred earlier in the past this year because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But now is the apt time, as we're all adapting to this new norm of, in fact, conducting these examinations as well. So opportune time to conduct these examinations and must not be politicized at any cost.
Absolutely. I mean, there is no point in politicizing when it comes to the career and the future of the youngsters of our country. That's
Yes.
number one. And second important part, Nancy, do you know what gives confidence to the government to hold this examination? It's the recovery rate that we are witnessing on a daily basis. As far as the COVID cases are concerned, I mean, more than 76% of the recovery rate that India is witnessing as of now, when we talk about India's fight against COVID. And government will not take any decisions which forces India to lose the fight against COVID crisis or the COVID-19 pandemic. So government is ensured, and government primarily has talked to all the stakeholders who are involved in the examinations of JEE and NET. And when all the stakeholders were on board and they were in favor of conducting the examinations, and that's when the government came out and announced that we are not going to postpone these examinations because we can't declare this 2020 year as a zero academic year. That means no students as far as engineering students are concerned, no students from 2020 as far as the medical students are concerned. So it can't be declared a zero academic year as far as 2020 is concerned. And how do we manage the batches of two academic years in the year 2021? That means students from this year and students again who are coming in the next set of batch in next year. So how will the infrastructure will be managing these two sets of students going forward? Students are completely in favor of appearing in the examination. They just wanted a clarity in their mind that whether government is going ahead with the examinations or not. So as now government has clarified that NT has clarified that yes, the examinations will be held as per schedule of in the month of September. So there is no doubt or dilemma in the minds of students. And yes, this is the new normal. That's what India is adopting to. And when recovery rate is 76-77%, and of course we know this fact that government has talked to all the stakeholders who are involved in these examinations of JEE, NET. Even parents were on board. Various parents have written to the minister, the education minister, Mr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank. So after taking all this thing into consideration, government is moving in the direction of conducting the examinations, ensuring that the conducive environment can be given to the students, number one. And of course, the careers will not be compromised as far as these youngsters, the bright futures of our country are concerned. Nancy.
Absolutely. All right, Arun, thanks very much for joining us for the moment and putting all these developments into perspective for us. Thanks very much.